They made this popular so women could spend their peak years preparing to build someone else's vision. And they made this unpopular so women would chase status instead of fulfillment. They sold this as sexual liberation without emphasizing the long-term impact on women's hormones and health. And they normalized this work style for women to bring in more tax revenue, not because it supports women's well-being. Femininity is under attack and most women don't even realize it. Women are being programmed to live against their nature, disconnect from their bodies, and compete in systems that were never designed for them. And the result of this is that women are more medicated than ever, more anxious than ever, more depressed than ever, more single than ever, and more unfulfilled than ever. And it's not because women are broken, it's because they are following a blueprint that is. If you are not intentionally becoming more wealthier, healthier, or more aware as a woman, you are cooked. Because society will continue to throw you around like a pawn on a chessboard. When we all know the queen is one of the most powerful pieces in the game. A feminine woman is powerful when she thinks for herself. A feminine leader doesn't follow what is popular. She follows her intuition. She questions the narrative. She builds a life that actually supports her body, her energy, and her future. Women think that submission is a weakness because they've been submitting to systems that drain them. But a queen doesn't resist submission. She just chooses what to submit to wisely. Okay, so let's get into it. And let's review how this video did. So viewing the insights got about 75,000 views. I posted this about 11, so about less than 12 days ago, and got about 2.2k shares. And also I think I got we'll see here, about 411 new follows from this because people resonated with it so much. And I think because the ones that get it, and the ones that resist it are literally the victims of the system, literally. So like I said, femininity is under attack and women are just taking it and taking it and taking it. Those that want to open their eyes will open their eyes and see it for themselves and actually start questioning, being more aware. And again, like I said, most women do not realize that they're in a system that is literally working against their nature. Why is birth control? Why is alcohol? Why is casual sex? Why are all of these things promoted, glamorized, when it literally works against women's bodies? And you have to wonder for yourself, you have to question, where does that come from? It's because it's literally for the degradation and suffering of women. Until you not only not become a pawn of their game, but decide to be a queen and win the game and be a woman that wants to win the game, it will completely change your life, right? And that's what this whole video was about. It's about waking people the heck up, especially women, okay? Because women are more medicated than ever. Like I said in the video, more anxious, more depressed than ever, more single, more unfulfilled than ever. It's not by accident. It's not by accident, okay? And a lot of people are, again, they are following a blueprint that is broken. It's not because they are broken as women. It's because they keep following systems that are broken. For me, I was listening to a lot of things the media was saying. I was listening to the things that the media was saying about, how you should take birth control, how, alcohol is sexy, right? Oh my gosh, it's so sexy. Let me get my espresso martini. Does nothing for you. Does nothing for you but get you lit. Oh my goodness. Somebody I made another video about this and I was basically saying that alcohol is devil juice. And then somebody in the comments were like, okay, but coconut water never got me lit. And it's you need to be why is our priority as women being lit and not being healthy? And then people want to say, oh, it's because we have one life. And I'm like, oh, so you want to waste your life and trash your body. And that's why I said that if you are not intentionally becoming healthier, wealthier, and more aware, then you are cooked. Because in a society that is literally trying to make you not healthy, mess up your hormones through the food, it's crazy the amount of women in America, Western world, I think in America specifically, that have cases of PCOS and they're having hormonal issues and all of these things. And it's we didn't used to have all that, right? But it's literally because the way that we eat our food, the way that they design our food, the way that they put things in our food, it's insane. The fact that they glamorize alcohol, all of these things literally affects women's health, right? Another thing, if you're not becoming wealthier, meaning in multiple ways, if you're not becoming wealthier financially in relationships, all of the, in every way, then you are also cooked as well. Because in terms of like becoming wealthier, why is that important? Is because as long as you rely on the government, working in corporate, that is always going to control, hey, how you work, what hours you work. Can you take a vacation? Can you go ahead and spend time with your family? I am all about, honestly, I think all women should be working, like be able to work from home, should be able to work from home so that they can have the comfort of their home, that they can take care of their homes if they want to, so that they can just honestly be in their element. We as women are literally not designed to be stagnant. We have very cyclical natures, okay? So just things like that. And also if you're not aware that even these systems are working against you, you will continue to be a victim of it. And we don't do victimhood around here. We don't do we're the victim of anything. We are the creators of our life, right? And you have the power to have that within you. But first you have to drop that everything else is other people's fault. It's the government's fault. It's this fault. It's the patriarchy. It's capitalism. It's all this. No, it's not. At the end, maybe it is, but at the end of the equation, is there women that are successful in this society? Yes, in every way. Yes, family, fitness, finances. Is there women that have success in those areas? Yes. That means that you can too. Point blank period, it doesn't matter, patriarchy, capitalism, all this stuff is bullcrap. If other people can be successful, you can as well, okay? So if you do not get aware with all of those things, you are literally cooked, because society will continue to throw you around, will continue to use you like a pawn, will continue to go ahead and I'm going to have her work for me until she's age 65. Like, people don't realize until they're on their deathbed that they really lived their whole life for other people. They literally did a study where they were, interviewing people that passed away, that were about to pass away. And they literally asked them, hey, what is the thing that you got from life? What is the one thing you regret? It's always that I lived life not on my own terms. I always did it to please others. Y'all. Not the move. People-pleasing tendencies is the worst thing upon women. And it's the number one thing that when you drop is going to push you to the next level. Okay. And that's why I'm so big on like also creating your own personal brand, because it provides you all of that. It can allow you to be healthy, wealthy, and also more aware as well. It allows you to build wealth. It allows you to be healthy, because obviously if you make more money, you can go ahead and take care of yourself better, right? And also be more aware, because you can see, wow, I really was missing this opportunity this whole time. So if you're like, hey, where do I even start when it comes to my personal brand? I would highly recommend getting on YouTube. And before you even get started, no, it doesn't take hours a week. It can take you as little as 60 minutes a week, and you can still grow 100 YouTube subscribers in the next 30 days. That's actually what my whole challenge is about. So if you want to join, you can go ahead and click the link in the description. Okay, so that's that, guys. Do not be cooked as a woman because you want to decide that you want to live in the matrix. Just don't, okay? Next is, we need to understand that the queen is one of the most powerful chess pieces on the board, right? Obviously, there's king, queen, right? But queen can move any direction she wants. Now, when it comes to that, being a queen requires different sets of actions, mindsets, behaviors. And that is that you are a feminine leader, meaning that you do not follow the crowd. Being a leader means you do not follow the crowd. That means you set your own path. Another thing is, a feminine woman is powerful because she thinks for herself. She does not just submit to anything that she is told, right? Like, she's told to, oh my goodness, go ahead and go to college so that you can get a corporate job so you can work till you're 65. Like, followers and sheep do not even question that. But feminine leaders, they do, and they go on a path that actually aligns with them. I knew that didn't align with me. I was nervous, I was scared, but nevertheless, I went a route that is less traveled in terms of not going to college and stuff like that. But anyways, she follows her intuition. She questions the narrative. That is one thing that a feminine woman truly does have. And she also builds a life that supports her energy, that supports her body, that supports her future. She doesn't just sit around and let life happen to her. She's the creator of her life. Again, us as women, our number one superpower is our creativity, is the fact that we are such powerful creators and manifestors of life. I mean, if you think about it, we can literally pop out a baby out of our belly. That is like the most powerful creation in the world, right? So it's like when we tap into that power, we can literally shift our whole generation, shift our whole timeline. But it starts with getting rid of the negative programming you do have when it comes to how society programmed you. Go to college, have casual sex, go ahead and, go on birth control, go ahead and do all of the debaucherous activities that don't really build you up as a woman. No, none of it. You got to really be strong enough as a female leader to not listen to the crowd and set and create a path that actually aligns with where you want to be in life. But anyways, let's read the comments, okay? First of all, because I know there was a lot of comments. She's correct. Everything is rigged, but everything can be rigged to your favor if you learn the game and you move in the game to win, honestly. Weren't even made for men, let alone women. They don't want any of us to succeed. Now, that's a very limited mindset. I don't think that's true. Even in a environment that doesn't want you to succeed, you can still succeed. You can still succeed. And you just have to have the mindset, the tenacity, and also the belief that you can. Because again, if there's women that are succeeding in this environment, then why can't you? Success leaves clues. Follow the clues. Woman fought to work, by the way. That is very true. A woman fought to work a 9 to 5. So I just want to put that into perspective. Like literally. It's crazy how many y'all will realize 5 to 10 years into the future pain. And I agree. Like a lot of women make decisions today that they don't think about the consequences in the future. And it's like long term, if I go to college, work a 9 to 5, do all of these things, where will I be long term? Will I just follow the same exact cycle that I got from my parents? Because that's literally how it goes, guys. You have to be the one to be the queen you are and be the generational curse breaker, okay? But it starts with you being courageous and bold enough to do the dang thing. A lot of people are not. And also they're not in environments that will even push them to do it, right? Because this is I'm gonna kind of end with this point. I think it will be a good mic drop moment, is that you can either transform and have a breakthrough in two ways as a woman, as a human, but I like talking specifically to women because I am a woman, right? Speaking from experience. First is either through going through something very awful, like going through something very traumatizing. You know, when you just go through something so traumatizing and then afterwards you're like, oh my goodness, I have a completely different perspective to life. You start moving differently. That's one way that you can make massive change and transformation in your life. The second way is being around the right people to encourage that change. For me, when I was 17, I got the blessing and opportunity to get into the financial industry. And actually, my mentor was a woman in finance. She was very successful in her industry. And I was working in her office. I was around her. I was around women. I was around people that actually was building something out of their lives, that were motivated, that were disciplined, that were purpose-driven, that were working towards something greater, that weren't working the normal 9 to 5, that weren't going down the normal path. And it opened my eyes a lot. And obviously I also went through tough things as well, right? So the combination of those both will create real breakthrough. Why most people do not get out of the programming and the cycles of poverty, and then poverty in the next generation, and the poverty in the next generation, or, scarcity and being average from generation to generation, is literally because they do not ever break the cycle of deprogramming themselves, of taking a different path. You have to decide to be the queen you are and take the separate path. You guys are powerful enough to do it. There's already successful women out there doing it. So why can't you? Why can't you? And that's all I want for women, is I want them to understand that you are power enough to have everything you want. The abundance in the relationships, the finances, the fitness, the health, the wealth, the lifestyle, the fun, the fulfillment. You can have it all, but not if you follow the path that most people are following. It just takes that courage. It just takes that one step. So I hope you guys like this video. Comment down below if you guys agree with this. And if you haven't already, make sure to like, subscribe, and turn post notifications on, because I post videos like this every single week. And I'm starting to do it every single day. So comment down below, what things do you guys want to know, like video topics on? Because I post a lot of these videos and I want to genuinely help more women. I want to provide so much value for women, because I wish I got this much value when I was growing up, honestly. So not even growing up, we're all growing up, even as adults. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Comment down below what was your biggest takeaway. And looking forward to seeing you in the next video. Bye!